What is leadership really all about? More specifically, what does leadership look like in educational administration? What style of leadership is best suited for the exceptional task of educational leadership? Most specifically, what makes a great leader? The definition of leadership tells us that a school with a truly great leader has someone who establishes a vision developed with all stakeholders in mind, sharing that vision in a way that those stakeholders will follow willingly. A great leader will not only provide that vision, but will ensure that all those in her charge have the resources needed to act in good faith to realize that vision. This includes providing the information necessary to correctly evaluate situations, providing the knowledge required to make decisions with the vision in mind, and establishing appropriate and supported methods so that reaching the vision of the school is possible for all involved in their own way. A great leader coordinates and balances the conflicting interests of the organization, all the members, and the stakeholders. An educational leader is a problem solver, stepping up in times of crisis, and is able to think and act creatively in difficult situations. But how does a person accomplish these tasks, as monumental as they are? How does someone go from being merely a manager to a truly great leader? The answer may lie in the style of leadership used by the individual. The leadership theories that exist are numerous and as different in style as the people who employ them. In the field of educational leadership, the idea of being a leader of leaders is emerging and is evident in many of the theories and styles studied and used by effective school administrators. This idea of empowerment being vested upon the followers to achieve the goals of the organization is reflected in two theories worth evaluating the field of educational leadership: transformational and servant leadership. Bernard Bass describes transformational leaders as those whose map of leadership includes using specific behaviors to place the overall goals of the organization in line with the needs of individuals. These behaviors include charisma, idealized influence, inspiration, intellectual stimulation, and individualized consideration, and they are the cornerstone fundamentals of a transformational leader. These leaders have a tremendous focus on the long-term goals and visions of the organization, and they use the fundamentals of this leadership style to inspire the individuals that work for them. Transformational leadership recognizes achievement and constantly encourages cooperation and ingenuity. This style is often regarded as the best suited for producing an effective and motivated instructional staff within a school. It gives each educator a stake and a role in the establishment and realization of the visions and goals of the school. Another leadership style is servant leadership. It is a useful companion to transformative leadership. As described by Robert Greenleaf, it is a style of leadership that places the followers first. Meeting the needs and ensuring the professional growth of the followers is the focus of a servant leader. The 11 tenets of servant leadership are listening, empathy, healing, awareness, persuasion, conceptualization, foresight, stewardship, a commitment to the growth of followers, and building community. While each tenet of servant leadership is essential, the actions of the leader always keep the followers as the focus. They are always driven by the desire to improve the circumstances of their followers, to increase the availability of resources, and provide new learning opportunities for the followers to achieve professional growth. As with transformational leadership, servant leadership is a leadership style well suited for use in schools, with its prioritization of learning for all, students and teachers, as a foundational idea in successful schools. Transformational and servant leadership are, for the most part, companions of each other, with the components of each style intertwining with the components of the other. Both of these approaches to leadership include 4 key ideals: valuing the people, listening carefully, mentoring and teaching, and empowering others when possible. While these two styles share so many similarities, the primary difference that exists between them is the primary focus of the leader. The transformational leader always keeps the focus on the long-term goals of the organization. They are aligned as closely as possible with the followers, so that the realization of the follower's vision is a side effect of the realization of the organization's vision. The servant leader, however, always keeps the focus on the needs, goals, and growth of the individual. With the primary focus on the individuals, the success of the organization is therefore a side effect of the realization of the individual's visions and goals. Both transformational leadership and servant leadership offer the conceptual framework for dynamic leadership. These two styles both contain ideals that can be essential to educational administrators who strive to increase student and teacher success, and along with that, school-wide improvement. Most effective leaders are a combination of styles, with each having its own pros and cons. These two styles are well suited for use in education, especially for those leaders who strive to create an environment where the leader is a leader of leaders. Everyone is involved in and valued in the school's vision, and there is a defined importance placed on the growth of all involved, the students, teachers, and administrators.